Now going dark. Six Flags America, right outside D.C., will close its gates November 2nd, and another in California set to shut down in
The crazy thing is, I used to work at that Six Flags in Maryland. I used to work there. That's so crazy.
dark. Six Flags America, right outside D.C., will close its gates.
Six Flags America, it's in Bowie, Maryland, is closing its gates. And I'm telling you, when I worked there, it was okay. I mean, it was my first job. It was a Six Flags, but it was nothing crazy. But I always hear that one is the worst one. So this video basically is talking about some Six Flags parks are closing down. Now, if you've ever been to Six Flags, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you enjoyed it. But I think that Six Flags is a decent place to go, especially on Halloween. Like, they're kind of all over the country, and they're a lot cheaper option than, say, Disney World or maybe a Busch Gardens. But I don't mind Six Flags, so I'm kind of confused on why it's closing. Are people not going to Six Flags anymore? Are they not going because of the economy? Are they not going because money is tight? Is Six Flags upcharging people? Because I looked the other day, and tickets were like $30 for the Six Flags in Indiana, or was it Illinois? One or the other. But wow, Six Flags is closing over financial struggles. So everybody's struggling in this economy. I mean, it's crazy. Even these big corporations like Six Flags America, an amusement park, is closing down. So it's tough out here. So what Six Flags financial struggles mean for the American dream?
It's November 2nd, and another in California set to shut down in the next 2 years, raising a red flag for the nation's largest theme park chain and for how many Americans can afford to have fun. Six Flags, known for its cheaper prices, now struggling with declining attendance, aging infrastructure, leadership changes, and sky-high debt. The stock, some might say, in free fall, down nearly 50% this year.
Jeez.
So a group of activists.
So Six Flags is down, but everything else is up because the stock market has been on a tear recently as of, the recording of this video. The past few days was kind of rough, but the stock is down. Six Flags stock is down. Looks like Six Flags is crashing. What's going on? Can people not afford Six Flags anymore? I was looking at it the other day because, we just had our baby. I don't want to go, but it's like he's so young. But $30 a person. I don't think that's too bad for an amusement park, especially you get there early. Really get your use out of it. That's a lot better than going to freaking Disney World or Disneyland. That's a lot cheaper. I mean, Disney World around this time. I don't know what Six Flags is looking like around December, or if they up the prices or not, but Disney World is like $110, $150, $180 just to go. So $180 or $30 for maybe like more roller coasters and stuff at Six Flags. I'd probably take Six Flags if I'm on a budget.
Investors, including football star and Taylor Swift fiance Travis Kelce, took a 9% stake in Six Flags, pushing for an overhaul. Kelce in a statement saying, "The chance to help make Six Flags special for the next generation is one I couldn't pass up." Jerry Huster thinks this park is special. He traveled from Orlando to the Six Flags in Maryland for one last visit.
Yo, I used to drive this train. When I worked at Six Flags, we were probably making freaking $7 an hour. I couldn't even imagine that right now, but $7 an hour. This is when I was in high school, like senior year or something. And I used to drive that train. That's so crazy. You just it was really cool. Like, it wasn't a bad job. And then you wave at the people. It wasn't bad. It was a summer job. I used to wear it was cargo pants and your Six Flags shirt. And I had a lot of booty sweat. Yeah.
Like, I'm
the
funny
days.
Back here thinking about how much fun I've had on this ride and what it's been through.
This 108-year-old
that's one of the classics.
has survived fires and hurricanes, but it's all but certain it won't weather this storm. In a statement announcing the closure, the company said the park was not a strategic fit with the company's long-term growth plan. The park has long catered to the middle class, with season passes selling for as little as $50.
Look at that, $50, Like, if you want to bring your child that's 6 or 7 or 8 years old, where they don't really care where they go, they just want to get out the house, have some fun, you could take them to Six Flags, and it's right in your neighborhood. This Six Flags is literally in the suburbs of Maryland, so you could literally just go to Six Flags almost every day for $50. And who knows, maybe the food might have been expensive or not. I don't know if you can bring food or not. I don't really remember, but you can at least go and have a great summer, at Six Flags. Ride the Superman ride. I remember riding that thing. It was so quick, so fast, and now it's just closing down.
And a daily ticket online sold for $29.
I told you, $30.
Flags always had the benefit of being the target demographic for middle class America.
But as businesses seek wealthier customers who are driving a growing share of overall spending, they're also boosting prices. Like Disney, where a one-park, one-day ticket at Disneyland this holiday season will run you more than $200.
Bro, I just said that. So they're cutting down the amount of amusement that we can go to. This is what happened. Disney World is monopolizing the amusement scene by knocking out Six Flags, knocking out its competitor, so everyone can go to Orlando, Florida, because a lot of people don't live there. They're going to fly in for maybe $150 a ticket, pay $200 or more for a ticket in Orlando, get a hotel that's $150 to $200, and they're going to stay for a few days, and then they're going to buy the food there too. That's going to be like $15 to $20 a meal.
$100.
No, not a meal, an entree, because you're not going to get no sides or drink with it.
A Lightning Lane Premier Pass there?
Stuff is so crazy.
$49. Navigating the maze of theme park pricing in some ways becoming its own American pastime. But Disney is not alone in hoisting amusement costs. One analysis showing single-day prices across Universal theme
Kind of want to go there.
owned by NBC News parent company Comcast NBC Universal up by an average of 49% in the last 10 years, outpacing overall inflation.
Well, it could. I'm pretty sure Universe. No, is that Epic Universe? I don't know.
That same review showing parking prices across the top 20 attractions up 83%.
God, bro, everything is up. It makes things not even worth going. It makes me not even want to go to an amusement park because when I go somewhere, I price everything out. I know parking is going to cost. We have something around here in Ohio. I forgot the name of that place. But when I looked, I priced it out. I said, okay, this is how much the ticket's going to be. This is how much parking is going to be. Are we going to stay the night? Let me look at hotels around there. Like, these are all the things you should be factoring in before you go to these amusement parks. And don't just YOLO it. Don't just be like, I just want to give my kids a great time. Like, these things could really put you behind financially if you're not prepared. And, if you're paying for this on credit, if you're paying for this with a credit card and you're just like, I pay it when I pay it, these things can really put you back if you're not purchasing them smartly or properly. So 83%. You have to factor in how much parking is going to be when you go to Disney. Even if you do, or whether you don't, you could park at Disney Springs, catch a bus to any amusement park. Parking's free over there.
But Six Flags has struggled to raise prices while keeping visitors. In 2022, then CEO and current chairman Salim Basoul told investors the company was trying to shift away from, quote, what I call the Kmart Walmart to maybe the Target customers. On the same call, Basoul.
So Kmart, that's lower income. Go to Kmart and Walmart. I go to Kmart and Walmart. I don't think we're like super low income. He's trying to target the bougie ones, the ones that go to Target for grocery shopping. I ain't going to Target for grocery shopping. But I mean, maybe they don't like the demographic that's going there. Like I said, this Six Flags in Maryland has always been kind of ranked at the bottom. Maybe we should go through a tier list of Six Flags parks and where they rank, because the one in Maryland is always ranked at the bottom. Even when I worked there, more than about 10 years ago, actually, when I worked there about 10 years ago, this was still the bottom tier of the park. They always said the New Jersey one was the best one, but this one's at the bottom.
He lamented that the park, with its relatively affordable season passes, had become a, quote, cheap daycare center for teenagers during breaks and the summer. The company then pivoted to a more complex pricing system that cost Six Flags millions of visitors. And all this comes as middle-class households struggle with persistent inflation and now a slowing job market.
The general pricing issues that we're all faced with in the grocery stores and gas pumps, that had an impact on us.
For families like Matt Donahue's, there's a big hole to fill without the park.
For us, the park has been an extension of who we are for the last 10 years. We come, anywhere between 80 and 100 times a year.
There's no way. Because if they're talking about the one in Maryland, like, there's 80 to 100 times a year. They must live right down the street. And even if I live right down the street, I wouldn't be going to this park every, for all summer, because there's only but so many things you can do. There's only but so many rides that you can ride for it to still be fun. I don't know. That's kind of crazy, like, that they enjoy the park that much. I don't think there's that much fun stuff to do at a park. Even if I went to Disney World, 80 to 100 times a year, like, that would still get boring. I've seen everything. I rode every ride. I've done everything. There's no point. But if you can get an annual pass for cheap like that, why not? You know, if you have nothing else going on, maybe you could just walk around and be outside, see people having fun, have some fun yourself. I guess.
Here in Maryland, Six Flags America now
That's a Superman.
out of track. How far behind is the American dream? Shannon Pettypiece, NBC News.
Trying to reach a different audience, and maybe that audience is not going. So is the American dream dying? Is Six Flags even part of the American dream? I mean, maybe, because it is nice to take your family somewhere to an amusement park or somewhere to have fun, and it's not too expensive, and Six Flags was one of those places that you can go to. Let me know if you like to go to Six Flags. If you even like amusement parks, Six Flags is not a necessity. So it's big news, but it's really not, because we don't have to go to Six. It's not like this is some major bank or something. This is Six Flags America. So it's not like it's some major movie company. It's Six Flags, it's the amusement park. It's a big deal, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think we really have to worry about it. So let me know what you guys think about this video. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.